Now your question may be, I've made these cards, I've shown my baby all these cards, now what do I do with them? Okay, we're going to talk about how we review old cards. First of all, when you begin teaching your baby to read, try not to show them a bunch of words that all start with the same letter. For example, I have 3 words here that all start with the letter B. I have bath, baby, and book. Now, in the beginning of your program, try not to show your baby words like that in the same set, all in a row. Once your baby has seen words, it's a good idea to start introducing certain patterns. For example, words that all start with the letter B. It helps your baby make the association that the letter B makes the B sound without you ever having to tell your baby that. Your baby's just going to learn that on their own. Also, with the old words we talked about, make them into couplets. Make them into couplets. You can even make silly couplets. You can make words that don't make sense and get as silly as you want to with your baby, and your baby is just going to love it. And you can also play games with the retired cards, the cards that you've put away, because we don't want our babies to forget the words. And later on, I'm going to tell you some games you can play with your baby. But try to review the cards maybe twice a week. The old cards, take them out. You can play different games with them, which again, I will show you later on. I would just like to review a few key points on couplets and sentences before we close this section on flashcards. You can go ahead and start teaching your baby couplets once you've taught your baby between 40 and 50 single word cards. Babies love sentences. Don't be afraid to jump into sentences. They love to hear things about their day and what's going on, and it helps them to develop their reading speed. They will also learn the difference between the lowercase and capital letters, again, just by seeing them in context. Here, Joshua is got a capital J, and when we write stuff with a lowercase j, they will know the difference. For example, this is a better one. Here we have the word my with the capital, but when my appears here, your baby will be able to know the difference, that these are both the same letter and they both make the same sound. That's important to remember. Don't wait until your baby knows all the words before you start showing them sentences. Just make sure that you space them out so that they're separated and that you can point to them. The steps are going to overlap, and I just want to again stress that from words to couplets to sentences to back to words, they do overlap along the way. Don't think that there's a specific certain order that you need to go in. Just expose your baby to words and your baby will learn to read.